the United States is officially releasing videos of mysterious objects, and a new government report says 191 cases were placed in an active archive because the evidence was too thin for a conclusion. Sounds like proof of aliens? It isn't. Here is the real mystery. A sensor can detect an object yet collect too little information to identify it. Then comes the twist. Three-dimensional modeling helped explain 238 other reports as satellite flares. An anomaly can remain unsolved or become an ordinary optical effect, depending on the data. Stay to the end. We'll separate what is actually inside America's UFO files from what they do not prove and show why this story leads to identifying drones over Ukraine. First, two labels. AARO is the US government office that analyzes these reports. UAP is the official label for something the available data cannot explain. It does not mean aliens. It means the evidence is incomplete. If you enjoy seeing sensational claims tested against evidence, you can subscribe now. The numbers are about to get stranger. The first trap is the word new. The report came out in July 2026, but its data ends in May 2025. The publication is fresh. The observations are older. This is not a sudden new wave over America. It is a new window into material already collected. The second trap looks like broken math. AARO received 319 reports, yet resolved 370 cases during the same period. How can you resolve more than you receive? Because 114 came from the new group, while 256 were older cases analysts revisited. The mystery disappears once we compare the same groups. Now look at what AARO calls resolved. Every resolved case in this report had an ordinary explanation. Balloons, satellites, birds, aircraft, drones, a rocket launch, even a manned jetpack. AARO says those cases also showed no breakthrough adversary technology. The biggest breakthrough was not a spectacular discovery, but a new way to analyze existing reports. Three-dimensional modeling let AARO attribute 238 of them to satellite flaring. The mysteries gained context. If you appreciate catching headline traps before they run wild, a like helps support this work. So what about the 191 cases? The active archive is not a secret cabinet for alien evidence or a graveyard of closed stories. It holds cases with too little information for a comprehensive assessment. Better evidence can reopen them. Another 9 reports went to deeper technical and intelligence analysis, and one number says more than any eerie video. In 77 reports, there was not enough information even to describe the object's shape confidently, not its origin, engine, or impossible speed. Its shape. Unidentified often describes the limits of the data, not the nature of the object. Honestly, that is stranger than any story about little green men. We live with radar, satellites, and cameras, yet an official record may not answer a basic question. What shape was it? More sensors do not guarantee better answers without timing, distance, another angle, or independent corroboration. Technology captures an event. Analysts may receive only a fragment. That gap creates the loudest headlines. Imagine investigating a crash from one blurry frame. You see light and movement, but lack another angle, exact distance, and the full sequence. The image may be real, while a reliable conclusion remains impossible. AARO says missing timely, actionable sensor data still limits its work. That is why an official video is not an official answer. The US government is releasing more material, but AARO warns that a description beside a video is not a conclusion about the event's nature or significance. Released by the government confirms publication, not aliens in the frame. Public pressure is growing. The U.S. National Archives now lists material from 7 federal agencies and says more will follow. A congressional committee requested 46 numbered video entries and called disclosure inadequate. The transparency fight is real, but demanding a video does not identify what appears in it. What about the loudest claim, that the government recovered debris from unknown craft? AARO says it has no evidence that UAP-derived materials were captured or exploited. That is the office's position, based on available evidence. It does not make every story false, but a gap in the record is not proof of aliens. The final twist points to our next subject. The report separately counted 50 drone incidents near U.S. nuclear infrastructure, weapons, and launch sites, and said none were reported as UAP. A known object can create a real problem, while an unidentified label alone tells us nothing about danger. So America's UFO files are not a battle between believers and skeptics. They are a battle between recording and understanding. More public files reveal the scale of the mystery, but cannot create data a censor never collected. What matters more? Releasing more videos or collecting and combining better sensor data? Tell us below. Next, we'll move that question into the skies over Ukraine. What separates detecting a drone from reliably identifying it? If you do not want to miss where this goes, you know what to do.